Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Day 4 of the 30 Days of Finch Dr. Bill edition. I'm Rob Booker. Welcome to the broadcast. Not as all is not well in Tradesville here. We usually start off with the big account. Let's start off with the smaller account. I'm going to sort these trades by unprofitable trades first, and the CAD Swiss comes up first. Let's take a look at the Canadian dollar Schweizer franc inside of the longer term chart. All right, here's the 15-minute chart. I don't know if the 15-minute chart's really applicable, but you can see here. Let's just take a look at the 60-minute chart. 60-minute chart's definitely overbought. Weekly pivot's all the way down here. Next week's pivot is right up here. We have a trend line down here. It's time for us to take an additional trade. It's overbought on multiple time frames, or at least it was even earlier today, and it's back up here retesting a trend line. So I'm going to come back over here, click on trade, and I need to find the Canadian dollar Schweizer Franken. There it is. Excelente. New order. 0.7. Click OK. Now that's going to put another trade here in the Canadian dollar Swiss franc pile. Sort it by Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Now I'm going to take a moment here. I've mentioned this many times before. What I do next is I look at the phone application on Oanda. And the phone application can tell me what my average price is on all of those trades. You can usually kind of estimate it, but I like to look on the phone just to make sure. Okay, I'm short 11,000 units at 75.05. Take a look over here. Back to the 60-minute chart. Get a horizontal line, 75.05. Oh, that's pretty close by. That's not bad. I would really like it to be right up there. That's where I want my average price to be, 75.11. That is a totally doable number. We were already there earlier. Would have been nice if I had taken that trade a little bit earlier. Okay, 75.11 is doable. What I'm going to do here is something a little bit non-traditional. I'm going to sell another, as long as it's a different trade size than all the others, it's fine. I'm going to sell another piece of that. And I'm going to see what my short at 75.15. Great. Now I can put my profit target at 75.12 or so. What I need to do is remove the robot, stop it from trading, and I'll walk through each one of these trades, and I'll place the profit target at 0.7512. That gives me a good price at which this can fall and get me out of all the trades. I'll be right back after I've changed those targets. Okay, and we're back again, and the trades are already going against me. This version of 30 Days of Finch is brought to you by Obstacles and Challenges, making your life difficult 1 second at a time. All right, so I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to whine. I'm going to deal with this. I have a lot more to say about all of this garbage, but first, let's take a look at the larger account. Here over in the larger account, we're looking at a British pound Canadian dollar trade or set of trades that is basically just not going well. Okay, I need to log into that account, and it will just take me a moment. When I come back, I will know my average price on the British pound Canadian dollar inside of the larger account. I'll be right back. Okay, my average price is 80.77 on the British pound Canadian dollar. Type this into the charts here. Now I'm long 80.77. I need a horizontal line. 80.77 is above the monthly pivot in purple. It's right there. Wow, we're not even bullish divergent yet. I can't take another trade on this yet. I can't do it. It could fall substantially further. We're not even oversold yet. It just doesn't. The time isn't right yet. Not on this one anyway. The British pound seems to be very weak. Yeah, I can't justify it. Not going to take another trade. I'm going to let that one go. British pound, Canadian dollar. So I know where my average price is. The other one that's bad is the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Same as we just looked at. So CAD Swiss. And yeah, it's time to take another trade here. It might bounce around a little bit, but I got to get over here and take another trade on this one. New order. And now we're going to take a full standard lot. And then I'm going to see what my average price is on this. 75.10, pretty close to where we were before on the other one. I'm going to shut off live trading. Come back over here. I want to place an alert on my chart if price crosses that barrier. That way I know my trades are closed. And I can come over here and turn the robot back on. And I need to input my profit target on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Right click and paste. Right click and paste. Right click and paste. All right. Canadian dollar Swiss franc was ready for another trade, but the pound Canadian was not. So I did not take that. Looks like the dollar Swiss franc isn't doing that great either. I like to focus on one bad trade at a time, and this one only has one position open. I'm not going to worry that much about it. All right. Listen, we are not where I want to be by any stretch of the imagination. I want to be making more than $130, $40, or $50 a day in this account. I don't want to be stuck in a bunch of bad trades. This is not where I want to be. We're 4 days into the 30 days of the new Finch. I had a feeling April was going to be a little bit more difficult, and I'd rather make a bunch of videos for you about how it is difficult and what you should do about it, rather than make you a bunch of videos that make it look like nothing ever goes wrong. Once again, here's what we did today. We sorted our bad trades by the worst ones that exist. We found out the Canadian dollar Swiss franc was not looking good. We looked at the Canadian dollar Swiss franc on longer term charts with the 1 hour chart in particular in mind. It was overbought, meaning the RSI was overbought, and we were also bearish divergent. It's also Thursday. At the end of the week on Thursdays, we typically have reversals. That's good. That way, we can plan a trade here and we can short another position, get our average price to some kind of area where there is a level of resistance, support, resistance, whatever you want to call it, a horizontal level of support that once was resistance or resistance that is now support. This is a reasonably easy level to get to. And so we put a profit target in at that level, and we added some trades to bring the average price to that level. If those trades go wrong, well, it's really not that big of a deal. We could always dump those trades and not worry about them. We're not in any kind of significant loss in either account. We're looking at like a 1% loss in each account. Who cares about that? That's not a big deal. That is an irrelevant problem. All we really need to do is get down to maybe the 23% retracement at 75.01. That is totally doable. On a weekly basis, on a Thursday, a retracement down to a 23%, easy. Totally doable. We might even be able to get a little bit of profit out of these positions, maybe just a couple of pips, and then we're done. We can turn the robot back on. Back over to these accounts. I will be monitoring these as we go. It looks like the Canadian dollar Swiss franc's already making a little bit of money. That's very nice. It's nice to see. It's a little bit gratifying to see something go our way, but we're not going to live or die by the moment by moment breakdown of what's happening. Okay, sure, I'm going to sit in front of this for about 5 minutes and watch it. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow on day 5. Thanks for being here, everybody. I love you. Back soon.